Okay. Coming on, I'm going to do a reading today. And the reading I'm going to use the messy truth cards because, honestly, world, get a grip as to what is going on in this bloody planet right now. Get a grip. All right? Now, I'm hoping these cards are going to give me an answer. I did a reading last month where two rather negative cards came out. And I said it was going to be for the next couple of months. And I truly hope, because we're at the point where those negative cards are coming to play, that the other cards that came out showing a more positive future are now going to come to be a reality. Now, I don't know what's more heartbreaking. The fact that we are watching people being killed all the way around the world, but in a particular country that I will not name, but we all know where it is, where people are trying to lie about what is actually going on. It's called propaganda. The other thing that is even more embarrassing is the fact that there are still people out there with their heads either in the sand or going along with the propaganda, thinking that everything's fine and it's liberals out there that are causing these problems. Guys, time to wake up. This is about as political as I am going to get. There are countries out here in the bigger world who have seen what happens with this kind of behaviour being tolerated. Now you can sit in your little houses and you can turn around and say, but. Hate to tell you, but you are on a path to losing freedom. Now, I shall go back to my astrology. Right now, there are planetary aspects that are inflaming the situation. We've got planets moving into Aries, which is a sign of... It's a sign of what could be moving forward. It could be a sign of aggression and coercion. We're at a tipping point on this planet. We are on a tipping point where we listen to people because of the amount of money they have. Or we listen to people who speak from their hearts. And it's really easy to tell who does and who doesn't. We unfortunately have a media now that is near enough completely run on the basis of money. Not truth, money. Money doesn't bring happiness. It brings security in some respects, but it also brings greed. It brings a greed that cannot be stopped. It brings a greed that will mean that people think because they have money, they have more control. That they are in a position to dictate, and dictate is the word. And right now, we're in midway through the revenge phase of what is going on. It's not about people's welfare. It's about, probably warfare is the word that's come out. It is warfare. It's warfare on people who have actually been awake enough to know what was going to happen. And who are still prepared to speak out. We're at the point where people are going to start being silenced, and you've seen that. And what is so disheartening is watching people come out and tell that people deserve things. If you feel people deserve what has been done to them, maybe you need to find out if you still have a heart. Maybe you should go and look and check out, and I've seen someone do something on psychology, trying to explain that everything's fine, when what I read that they put is just meant to see, well, that's how you've been conditioned. That's what you've been ingrained into believing. I've watched several videos over the past couple of days from several different angles, people. Not one, several. And there is no justification for anything that is being done. And you should be questioning who these people really are. And where they suddenly came from. And who they're serving. Because I can tell you right now, they are not serving you. I'm going to try another deck because I'm not quite sure on these. I've got a feeling about these cards. It may not be what people say. It's a weird sensation at the moment. To be honest with you, I've done well to kind of like walk away. I've been through some really triggering stuff over the past year. And I got to a point I went, enough, I'm not playing games anymore. I'm not playing your games. Every country right now is in greater danger because of people who are just doing things for their own benefit. Get that. Not for yours. Not to protect you. It's the same playbook that is being done in every regime around the world. And I will say it, I do really think that a lot of people should check where their vote went. Especially those people who say they didn't vote. Have a check. Have a check. And see whether you voted or not. Technology can be a good thing in the right hands for the right reason. Technology can also be manipulated by people who have watched previous world history and decided that they think that they can manipulate, which they're doing quite a lot of. Another thing that people don't seem to be realising, how much hate do these people who are supposed to be representing you have in their hearts? Watch a lot of them. See how often they smile. How much they look like they're enjoying life. Because when I watch a lot of this stuff, all I see are people who are filled with utter hatred. And it reads on them. It really does read on them. That's really bizarre. Oh, right. Okay, guys. All right, I'm going to read these cards as they are. My rant is over. I know that I'll probably get some evil comments from people. Good. Come on. Bring it. So, first card, it's not you, it's trauma. No, it's not me, it's trauma. Triggering protection inner wounds. This is where a lot of these people are coming from. Look at that picture. This is them telling the false narrative. This is what's really gone on. Triggering, projection, inner wounds. There's a very big game going at hand at the moment. People need to start reading up on what regimes are actually trying to bring in. It's published. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but the information is published. You always come back. False hope. Don't door left open, familiar pain. False hope. False hope. Look who's come back. False hope. Do you honestly think that the one who's come back was sitting on their ass doing nothing? Do you not realise that that person was manipulating with foreign agents while out of office to undermine what could have been bringing America to a positive outcome? False hope. They have fed on fear for years. They have found a target and used reasoning to make you believe that they're giving you hope, when all they're interested in is money. Guilt. This is where they are. Guilt. Release the chains of the past mistakes and embrace the growth they bring. Release the chains. Listen, people. Why do you think they're getting rid of books? Why are they changing history? If they did such a good job, why are they changing the history to cover up things that they did? Remorse, shame, regret. The only thing they regret is that they didn't manage to do this the last time. And then we're back to trauma again. I'm trying to get this in focus, this bloody phone. Your scars are proof of resilience and survival. Pain, wound, shock. This is where they are. But this is also saying you have the resilience. You can survive this. But what I would say to you is you need to make sure that those who say they represent you. not money going into their pocket, that they represent you as a collective. And if they don't, and if they come back with some crap, try and get a vote of no confidence. Try and get them out. People are walking away. People are quitting their jobs. But what you need to ask is who's going to replace them? Because unfortunately at the moment with all of this around, they've got enough current support to be able to fill them with people who will do their bidding. And one other thing is, this is revenge and it's blackmail. It's also extortion. It's also trying to blindside you from not seeing information that they have been told to release. Every country needs to be picking up their ears and realising who's doing what. Because there's a lot of countries at the moment who aren't doing the will of their people. They're doing the bidding of people with money and power. This year is not going to be easy, but it's a year when planetary aspects that have never been seen in living history are going to give us the opportunity to grow as a collective, as a unity. But that will only happen when the people who are swayed by greed either wake up and realise if they want power they need to work with the people around, or they get out. And for those Bible bashers out there, Jesus went into the temple and threw the traders out. He welcomed in the people with nothing. He fed them, he clothed them. He welcomed them with open arms. I'm getting the words are enemy within. That's what I'm being told to say. The enemy within. Look at what they're protecting. Who they're protecting. Who are they selling out for to the highest bidder? This is a time where the blinkers are coming off. So before you sit there and judge a person who I clearly saw go to protect another person, go and check out every video. Go on, dare ya. Come back and then go on about but. It's time for more people to wake up from what's going on. The masks are slipping, and you should start really understanding what's behind those masks. on what's been covered up. Guilt and trauma. Guilt. That's what is being covered up. Ask for all the information. Here endeth the lesson.